Hello, good morning. Welcome to our home. I'm Mark. I'm actually the Executive Director of Design Singapore Council. Really happy to open today's conference because it'll discuss many issues that are important to us today and the future. How many of you all have been here, are here for the first time? Oh wow. Hey, you don't go out enough. Good restaurant downstairs, very popular for drinks, cheap oysters, that's why I'm here. And also, if you're a designer or you love furniture, there's a visual exhibition downstairs. So first, I wanted to start off by asking you, what is your vision of smart cities of the future? Is it this? A dystopian one? A kind of high-tech Blade Runner-esque world where you can't tell humans from bots, and neither can they? Or is it this? A future where people are connected, very much in the physical world, where technology has disappeared into the background, allowing us to connect seamlessly while anticipating our needs and eliminating inconveniences. So for Singapore, with regards to our future, we have bold plans to be the world's first smart nation by design. Our Design 2025 Master Plan sets out an ambitious vision of wanting to become a thriving, innovation-driven economy and a lovable city by design. I think the phrase innovation-driven economy is actually easily understood by most people today. In today's age of disruption, this innovation-driven economy is invariably tied to smart tech, right? What about the lovable part? Well, someone said that love is something that is hard to describe, but you know it when you feel it or you encounter it. So to us at the council, a lovable city means these three things. A city that's thoughtfully designed, a city that fosters memories, shared memories and emotional connections, a city that co-creates with its citizens so as to foster ownership, pride, and a sense of identity. And all these three. All this through a coming together of small and crafted moments shaped by human interactions played out in a city in a garden and really facilitated by technology. So thoughtful design is really paying of attention to not just the obvious and the large, but also the little and possibly overlooked details or touch points of a person's experience. Thoughtful design can actually include physical designs, which many of us here are familiar with, that are accessible for all, such as the enabling village in Red Hill. Actually, how many of you all have been out there? So more of you have been here than the National Design Sessions. Good for you. Besides converting a steep slope into an amphitheater with a gentle ramp for wheelchair users, the architects also designed a supermarket with extra wide aisles for wheelchairs, a preschool for all abilities, and even a gym with facilities for seniors, able-bodied, and disabled, all of which are open to the public. Thoughtful design also includes human-centric public services or policies. In the recently announced Digital Readiness Blueprint, we are going to be intentional about promoting digital inclusion by design. This means designing apps, websites, and other digital initiatives to be easily used and adopted. It also means reviewing policies and regulations through a human-centric lens. Let's talk about what it means to be emotionally connected. For us, lovable also means to be emotionally connected. Like designing places that promote social interactions, such as that's a very well-known example, the Good Life Market Community Kitchen, located at the void deck of a block in Marine Parade. It actually brings seniors together to daily cook and chat. I live in the East. I walk by and see many, many happy people there. Actually, food brings people together. Or the revitalized Ang Mo Kio Bishan Park is another good example. Here, tech and design work together to bring us our forgotten childhood, where we relive some of the joys of our home life. Biodiversity is also thriving in the park and has become a home for the otters and other wildlife. I'm not sure whether you're aware, but there's a growing otter population that spawned a group of otter lovers called the Otter Watch, who take turns to look out for the otters. How many of you all are on Otter Watch? The hands get less. But some of the members have even created an app to collate sightings of the otters amongst them. So earlier in March, during our Brainstorm Design Conference, which you must come, we hold a conference in association with Time, Fortune, and Wallpaper magazine every March called Brainstorm Design, that really hosts this large conversation about design and what kind of value it can bring to us in public and the private realm. But as you know, Thomas Hathaway, who came, reminded the audience to inject soulfulness in every design, because we all, as he said, all hanker after places of heart and soul. Actually, I sent Thomas a copy of Winifred Gallagher's The Power of Place and How Our Surroundings Shape Our Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions, after his team won the bid to design T5. I wanted to let him know that there were many people, including me, who actually loved living in the East. And so it was important for him to try to understand and capture that spirit, the soul of the area. A lovable city, very importantly, also means a city that encourages its residents to co-create, so there's greater ownership and identity. This surely can only be achieved with a deep understanding of the needs of designers. One of our tenants here at the National Design Center, they are on the 5th floor. They're called PID, short, but they also, in full name, it means they're called Participate in Design. It's actually attempting to do just that. They're a non-profit design, planning, and educational organization where they help neighborhoods and public institutions design community-owned spaces and solutions. Last year, they did an incredible project. They actually worked with Tampines Town Council to engage 4,000 residents and stakeholders to plan and redesign Tampines North via a participatory design approach. You can actually check out the website for videos and case studies of their work. Just before we started, I was able to kind of say hi to Larry, and he was just mentioning about how increasingly the ability to co-create with ground up is becoming more and more important in cities around the world. So by aiming to be a lovable city, we are also ensuring the success of a smart nation that's embraced and owned by citizens. For me, personally, what does that mean? I envision that in 2025, I'll be strolling along East Coast Park listening to the ocean, while organizing the week ahead with Siri's suggestions. Siri tells me the fridge has been restocked and the car's been sent for a wash while I'm at the beach. My wife, who is overseas, calls and a hologram pops up. She chats and walks with me while I order food on the go, and it comes delivered to me via a drone. At Design Singapore, we believe that design can help us get to our goal, because a designer puts the human at the center of the experience. Whether it's planning roads, parks, homes, or malls infused with smart tech. Today at this conference, there's really no need to preach to the choir to convince you that designers and having a design mindset are important. But as an architect, personally, who pivoted to experience design, I think more than a decade ago, I think where we need to do better is to be more willing to collaborate with designers from other disciplines, and even professionals from other fields such as technology and data science. So 2 days ago, just nicely, Minister Chan Chun Sing, who's in charge of the public service, highlighted the need for design and systems thinking. He also called for public officers to collaborate. He said, quote, "Collaboration starts from the basic premise that we have the humility to admit and accept that we can't do it alone." So I believe that innovations wait to be realized when collaborations happen. And finally, I wish you all a fruitful time today to discuss how we can transform our ASEAN cities into innovative and most importantly, lovable ones. Thank you.